Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Sandy the Catman, and I'm going to be starting a new video blog, and it's going to be on cats and dogs and all types of critters. So today we're going to be doing a review on petbucket.com. So in case anybody out there is using petbucket.com or any other sites for your kids that you're buying medications or anything else for that are not located in the United States, you might want to just check the video out that I'm doing now and give you a little info to maybe make a really excellent decision on whether you want to continue purchasing your products that way or not for your kids. A little bit about me. I've devoted my whole life mostly to women in distress, kids in distress, and animal rescue. And I have 6 kids myself. They're cats. And I've been actually purchasing some medications from a site called petbucket.com, which is not located in the country here in the U.S. of A. And I just want to kind of fill you in of what certain things I might have found out about dealing with the company. When I first heard about the company, I did some checking online, many areas, and I found absolutely nothing that would create any red flags for me about the company whatsoever. And being on disability and having 6 cats myself, the revolution that I get from my vet is quite costly, so I decided to try petbucket.com out, who offered the same product. And they offer actually that product and one they call Stronghold. This is the Stronghold, and it's identical to the Revolution in packaging, contents, administering it to your kids. Everything is identical. If you buy the one Stronghold, which is the copy, which is made for England, it's a little bit cheaper than the Revolution, so you can save money there, even though it is identical. And everything on the box stating that Pfizer makes it, everything is absolutely identical to any packaging that you would get here in the United States. So I was happy to maybe find where I could save a little money for my kids, and I went ahead and started ordering it. Well, after several months of using it, I noticed that my kids were having a pretty difficult time there. It wasn't really working. They were scratching, itching like crazy, and I couldn't figure out why all of a sudden this was happening after months now. So what I did was I did some more checking online, and I called the company Pfizer directly that makes the Revolution. And they gave me some wonderful information that was really excellent, that helped me out quite a bit to make a decision that I've made and kind of explain why they weren't working. And it related to something similar to me, because in one of my businesses many years ago, I had the identical thing happen, so I could understand how the product could not be working. As an example, on PetBucket's website, they have something in there, a section where they call "How Do We Sell So Cheap?" And they state in there that they source these products, whether it be Revolution, Frontline Plus, or any other flea or tick medications, or anything else for your kids. They price it all over the world to get us supposedly the best price they can offer us. Well, that is true. They do that, I'm sure. They also state in here, what about expiration dates? And they also say, what if you still want proof? And then you can read testimonies from other people that have bought from them. Well, for the first one, are they genuine? Well, as Pfizer explained to me, and the supervisor who I spoke to, she was absolutely fabulous, explained to me about petbucket.com. They were very familiar with them. They also are considered a rogue pharmacy, like many others online, where you can buy products like this where you do not need a prescription, and they're not in the United States, so you can order from them without having a prescription. And they state in their website, are they genuine? And they state they are, right on down to the packaging, the contents, everything. Well, they could say that, but they do not know that for a fact, as it was explained to me by the people at Pfizer here in the United States, that they're sourcing these from all over the country, but when they buy them, they have no idea whether Malaysia or all these other countries they're buying these products from are stored properly, which is a major difference on these, how they're going to work or not, or whether they're counterfeit from these other countries, because there is no way to tell. As they put in here their expiration dates, well, that's what a good counterfeit does. They make the package identical, the expiration dates, the lot numbers, and the same thing with the lot numbers on the and expiration dates on the individual applications. they're going to be perfect. We're not going to know if they're counterfeit or not, and we're not going to know if these drugs were stored properly wherever petbucket.com sourced them from. We have no idea how they were maintained before they got them. So, to make a long story short, I went ahead and I went and purchased my Revolution back here in the United States. And within 24 hours, the difference was unbelievable. Now remember, when you're changing different flea applications, or if you haven't been using them and you started to use them, it can take 2 to 3 months before you're going to rid any infestation in your home or get rid of the flea problem. This was seen immediately 24 hours after I purchased the products again here in the United States. The difference was unbelievable and immediate in 24 hours. And I felt so guilty that I let my kids suffer for so many months buying these products from petbucket.com in good faith, thinking that they were real. And I'm not saying petbucket.com doesn't think that they're doing a good thing and sourcing these from other people to give them to us. They have no idea whether they're good or not. So telling us they are, that really bothered me, because there's no way they know for sure whether they are good or not, the way they're sourcing them, or how they were taken care of, or what those countries they're buying from, whether they are counterfeit or not. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of my experience with purchasing products for our kids, flea, tick, whatever it may be, from a source that is not in the United States. You are taking one heck of a chance. There have been many stories where pets have passed away from using these products bought from other countries, and also in the United States, whether they may be counterfeit or whatever. So I will never take a chance with my kids again. Absolutely not. I'm only going to be buying products from within the United States, such as my last purchase I just made. I purchased on Amazon.com, the Frontline Plus, and I've been incredibly happy with it. It was the same thing I got from the Revolution from my vet. There was not any scratching afterwards, nothing. I have no problems with the fleas, and I have 6 kids, so I have no problems with the fleas anymore. So I will no longer purchase from petbucket.com or any other pharmacy for my kids, or myself for that matter, that is not located within the United States and following our guidelines. When I did contact petbucket.com to notify them what I found out and what had happened, my experience with my kids, there were no questions asked, and my money was refunded immediately. So I hope this type of information helps you guys out. And if you bought products from petbucket.com or any other site that's on the web or anywhere else that is not located in the United States, I personally would never purchase that product, and that would be my recommendation to you or anyone else who is purchasing products from outside the United States. I would not do it, not in any way, shape, or form. I saw the difference in the quality of the product that I received from outside the country and the one within. No comparison whatsoever, and I'm just so thankful that my kids were not injured by putting something on them that I could not trust or know was actually supposed to be in the package. So regardless how good they're packaged or what they say on their websites, there's no way those people can guarantee that those products are not counterfeit or are what they say they are and going to not hurt your babies. Also, one thing I wanted to talk about also was that now that it's wintertime, this is a real tough time for the guys, for the strays out there. So if you really want to give a little hand to those critters outside this time of year with the bad snow and the rains, a couple of good ideas. One is a heavy-duty cardboard box. They're very inexpensive at Walmart. They're like 89 cents a dollar. And same thing with those very cheap styrofoam coolers, which are like $1. They make great places for the strays outside to cut a nice 5 or 6 inch hole in the side. And if you do that, make sure that hole is good 4 or 5 inches, 6 inches off the ground, so as they go in and out to stay warm or protect themselves from the elements, that they don't drag out the paper or straw or whatever you may put in there for them to cuddle in to try to stay warm throughout these horrible winter months. Either of those work great, and like I said, some newspaper or even straw, which is fabulous because straw retains so much more body heat for these kids that if you can put 1 or 2 of those outside. I live in a rural area, and I always make sure that there's water out for the strays and protection like that during the bad times times. Even though I live in Palm Bay, Florida, Central Florida, which is absolutely beautiful, and we don't get the snow, we do get cooler weather and we do get the rain, so I like to make sure that those strays have a little place to go if they do need it. So that is a great thing to do at this time of year for the critters, and it also kind of helps your kids, to teach them a little bit of lesson if you have kids on how precious their lives are, and the man upstairs, how we can help his little babies out and his critters, try to protect them the best we can. Also, remember, cats are, kind of the greenest things that we could be doing right now, since everybody's going green. They take care of the rodent population and so many other pesky critters, and when we have those ferals like that, it helps the counties and the cities not to have to use poison control so much to take care of rats and other problems, which is not good at all for our water levels, as that poison goes into the ground, or poisoning the animals, which is very, very cruel and a horrible way to die. And when you poison other critters, a lot of times they're fed on by other critters and the poison is transferred. So let's try to keep our ferals the best we can and as healthy as we can, so we don't have further problems with that along the way. And also, one thing that we can do to help that a lot is a place, what they have all over in so many counties throughout the United States. It's called TNR. It's called Trap, Neuter, and Release. I have used them for years. I also did volunteer work for them for years. They are a fabulous organization, and all you have to do is get a trap from anywhere you can. Trap the little guy. You can get traps from Humane Society, Animal Control. They'll sometimes lend them out, or if you have your own. If you can just trap them, Trap, Neuter, and Release will take those kids and they will fix them, spay or neuter, get their shots up to date, and at a very reasonable cost. And then when we turn them back out into the wild after they're fixed, they're not going to keep having litters one after another, where all those babies will be suffering over and over and over again. That cycle, it's horrific. And remember, cats can have a litter, and 2 weeks later they can get pregnant again immediately. It's not like dogs where they have a couple seasons a year where they come in heat, but the cats can get pregnant over and over and over again. You're talking of thousands of kids just suffering horribly for no reason. So if you can help out with a little Trap, Neuter, and Release, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and the other kids out there. And they're a fabulous program to become affiliated with in your area if you're not already familiar with them. So anyway, I hope you hit that like and subscribe button. Please do. We're going to continue doing blogs on a regular basis on tips on the dogs and cats, because a lot of us have both critters. And we're going to be covering everything from food to toys to flea and pet medications, or any kind of medical situations or questions that you can help enlighten everyone with. We're going to be sharing all this information, which will be just great for our kids. And if you want to share a few pictures, you can put them up also. Love to see your babies. And again, please hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate it. I know my kids will love you for it. And little by little, I'll be popping my kids into the scene here, so you can say hello to each one of them. And they're all rescued. Each and every one of them are rescued. Critters that I rescued. So anyway, want to wish everyone out there a fabulous new year ahead. I hope your holidays were fantastic. And please like and subscribe. And we're going to start putting our blogs out on a regular basis for everyone to participate in, and try to share a lot of great knowledge along the way. Take care, and we'll see you on our next blog and our next video.